Hi guys, and welcome to the Sheffield Wednesday season review. Now, we had a good season. A lot of people say we overperformed considering the squad we had, and they're probably right. But it was a long time ago in the summer. We'd already had a takeover in talk with the bloke who owns Lons. But that, later on I will explain what happened with that, as we all know. He helped us get signing of Westwood, Hutchinson, Leeds, Delaney, May in the summer, with the help of getting Drenthe on loan. We were also looking at getting other players in, but when we did the Brighton game, we had just got the signing of May, which was superb. A young 21-year-old something of a striker, and we were all hoping for big things for him. But we did lose Michael Antonio to Nottingham Forest for about 2.5 million. And it was gutting in a sense, because we were starting to think, oh, could he help with like this season, actually get a season where he's injury free and do really well. And he did have an injury free season at Forest this season. We started the season off really well with 4 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss in August. And we really started to play good looking football, and we were starting to be gelling as a team. In September we won 2, drawn 2 and we lost 1. But in the League Cup we had a crushing defeat to Manchester City, which caused us to lose 7-0. We had a great first 45 minutes. Zayata got sent off, and then Lampard and co just ripped us apart. Now, also in September, the takeover from Mahmoud got completely off the table. It collapsed, and we were like, right, what are we going to do now? The sponsorship for the shirt, as you can see, and around the stadium was not paid either. So it was like starting to work out what we were going to do next. And the 7-0 loss was a big blow for us, as we didn't actually win another game until November. In October we drew 3 and lost 1. One of them games being against Leeds United, but we were starting to see what was causing some of our problems. We were not scoring enough goals. We didn't have a very good proven goal scorer, like just banging in week in. But what was starting to become great was the partnership in defence between Leeds, Luton, Palmer, Mattock and Westwood. And we were starting to have a really good starting block for the defence. In November we did finally get that win against Wigan. We drew 3 games, lost 1, and like I said, won 1. And the win felt so good because we hadn't won in such a long time. We also managed to bring in Lewis McGugan on loan from Watford in November, and he made a difference. He did make a big difference. The win against Wigan caused us to have a good December with a winning 3 and losing 2. One of them being a thumping by Fulham, but we managed to bounce back really well, showing good form. Now, the second half of the season was interesting. We were yet again in talk with takeovers with businessman Charans, and he was reportedly wanting to buy for about 40 million, and his main bulk of his money is from the Thai Union Frozen Group, who own John West salmon and stuff and tuna. And we already had bought in Will Keane from Manchester United on loan, and now we did have something that was starting to get really good. We had a very good January transfer window. We signed Sergio Bush, Vermeil, Milo. We re-signed McGugan till the end of the season, and the rest. But these were permanent signings as well, which was great. The 2 loans from McGugan and Will Keane, but the others were permanent signings, something we never do. And Bush was looking like he was going to be a player that a lot of Serie A teams had their eye on. Now, the result for January were one win, 2 losses and 1 draw. And we played Man City yet again, and we took the lead in that game. And we had a great chance to win that game. And we played very, very well. But we started to pick up injuries. In February we won 2, drawn 2, lost 2. But this was where our pitch was starting to show like it's seen better days and causing us a lot of problems due to the injury of Palmer, which was a big blow for us, as well as Luton being out. In March, we had the takeover ratified by the Football League and confirmed that the takeover had cost about 37.5 million, rising to 40 when we got to the Premiership. We drew 1, lost 2 and won 2. One of these games being a stunning 3-2 win against Rotherham, where Kieran Lee had a last-minute winner. Now, someone said on our talk, and fair play to him, I've said this so smugly over the times, but I have said it smugly, and I think we had a right to be smug about that. But our form after the Rotherham game was a 1-1 draw against Huddersfield. We lost 2-0 to Norwich in April. 1-1 draw with Charlton. A 1-0 win against Brentford, a 2-2 draw with Bournemouth, and a 2-1 loss to Leeds, which was absolutely gutting considering for us Leeds United were our last game of the season. It would have been nice for us to win that game, but we did have a great start. But like when I go back to the Rotherham game, our physio ran down like a Mourinho to celebrate with the fans, and it was superb. And we did really well. The draw against Bournemouth, we showed really good team spirit, and we got a 2-2 draw thanks to Chris Maguire penalty. But sadly, like I said, our last home game was disappointing. And also, Westwood this season managed to equal the clean sheet record, and he got voted Championship team in the Championship team of the year, as well as our team of the year. Player of the year, I should say. But he would been a really good signing between the sticks. It's been really good to get. And our last game of the season, we got 1-1 draw against Watford. Thanks to Newhugh right near the end of the game. And it was a big game for them, and we managed to stop them going up champions, giving Bournemouth the title. So, what do we expect next season? Well, this summer is going to be a massive one. But to be fair, we do have money to spend. Today we've had the release of 11 players, some being like Buxton, Matic, Keller, Zayata, Gary Medine, Jack Magoma, and 5 players have been offered new contract, aka Kirtland, Semedo, Maguire. I'm forgetting some names here. I will remember the names. I have got a video on this on the channel already anyway. But we are obviously looking for a better calibre of player next year. And we definitely need to bring in more goals next season. So it's probably a lot of creative players, so wingers, attacking midfielders. Try and shore this defence a little bit more so we don't get too short when it comes to injuries. But we did have a great season. We finished in 13th place on 60 points. One of the big things we need to do next season is make Hillsborough an absolute fortress. We had a great away record, but our home record was dismal at times. We just couldn't get it going. So for next season, it is going to be exciting times during the pre-season break. We are looking forward to seeing who we sign and who comes into the club. But I really do think that the fans will have to be patient and see what happens. And hopefully we will be able to get the kind of players we want, get really excited for the season and get to the Premiership, because that's where everybody in the Championship wants to be. Our owner said this, and if we can get to the Premiership next season, would be fantastic. So let's all have a very good summer. Let's have a safe summer as well, and let's get back to the games come August with new players and exciting times. I will have videos about players getting signed, updates for the pitch and stuff like this. We do have like the pitch getting completely redone with Destro grass, so it'll be brilliant. So I will see you some point in the middle of the summer to talk about signing, but I will see you in August when we have our first game.